Hey y'all, and welcome back to our channel. Today is going to be a totally different type of video than I normally do, and that is I'm going to be giving y'all some YouTube tips on how to grow your channel and how to even start a YouTube channel. So stay tuned if you are interested in my input and tips for YouTube. I really wanted to make this video because I have been on YouTube now for 1 year, and for my YouTube 1 year anniversary I really wanted to answer some questions that y'all may have about how to get started on YouTube, some tips, tricks, how to gain subscribers, how to get views, and all that stuff, because I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I obviously could do better. I think we all have a place to grow, but my channel has grew so much from where I started from. I started exactly a year ago in March. I really wanted to give y'all some tips on that I have learned along the way, and I am always learning. I am always discovering new things that I didn't know the day before that I wish I knew, and I want to share some of that with y'all. I want to give y'all 4 essential YouTube tips on getting started, and number 1 is help others. I feel like this is so important, and I'm always trying to give shout outs for smaller channels or channels the same size as mine, because I feel like it is just so important to help each other out. YouTube truly is not necessarily a competition where a viewer has to choose one or over the other. You can have viewers that watch you both. It's not really, oh, you stole my viewers. Oh, it's not like that at all. YouTube really is a community, and I feel like it's so important to support each other. And even if someone has way less subscribers than you, if you like their channel, you like their content, and it's similar to yours, I definitely would reach out to them. I just love helping people out. I really do. I did ask on Instagram for y'all to give me YouTube questions, and I did have, hold on, let me look it up. Lee.and.d asked, would you ever consider doing collabs with other people? And I have also been asked this before, and yes, I definitely am open to collabs. I feel like it's so important to be involved in the community, especially with people who are in similar niches as you and who have similar channels as you. I definitely feel it's so important. I definitely am open to collabs. I've not really did very many of them because I really want it to be a really good idea that will really do really well for both of us. So I just haven't really did a collab so in a very long time, but I'm definitely open to them. If someone has about the same similar content as me, is a mom, has kids, and preferably is trying to conceive, because that would help the content really shine and do really well. The second tip is take every day as a learning experience. You truly need to build your foundation solid to really learn every day. Every day I learn something different. If you learn one new thing about YouTube every day, you will do very good. Number 3, focus on something specific for your channel that you are passionate about. My channel is all about trying to conceive and our family, and it's something that I'm very passionate about. It's something that I could talk about every day, all day long, and make a ton of videos about. And I feel like that's so important when you get started with YouTube, is to think of something that you're very passionate about, that you know a lot about or want to know a lot about, and can make a lot of videos about that will be interesting. And I feel like that is really good to grow your channel as well. I know some people like to have kind of just do all sorts of things, and that is okay too, but for me personally, I like when a channel really focuses on something specific. But I also really like family channels that kind of do a little bit of everything, to be honest. I kind of like both, so it just kind of really depends. But when you're starting out, I do think it is very important to kind of have your niche, your thing that people know that you're like an expert on. If they want to watch videos about trying to conceive, they know that I'm going to make videos about that. And if you want to watch speed clean videos, you know, certain people that make those types of videos, and so on and so forth. The last tip is never stop learning. But I feel like this was already one of the tips, but basically never think that you know it all, because you don't. You really do learn things every day that you did not know, and that is so true for me, because I feel like, oh, I've learned so much, and then the next day I learned something else. So never stop learning, never think that you know it all, because you really don't. There's someone somewhere knows something more than you. Even if they have a smaller channel than you, they may know more than you. So always never stop learning. Okay, and now I wanted to talk to y'all about my equipment and specifically my cameras. So when I first started out on YouTube, I had this big guy right here, and it's probably dusty, but this is the Canon Rebel T5, and this is a DSLR that my dad got for me several years ago, and I got this just for pictures. But when I started my YouTube channel, I was like, oh my gosh, I got a DSLR. Like, this is going to be awesome. It's going to be great. And this camera, I will tell you, don't get. Because, well, I'll just go in specifics. I do like the lens on this camera. I have the same lens that I'm recording with right now is this lens right here. And it is the EFS 18 to 55 millimeter image stabilizer macro. I really like this lens a lot because it is small. It is not a zoom lens. It doesn't zoom in very far, but just enough for like vlogs and like sit down videos. You don't need to zoom in really far. Some of the lenses can zoom out really far, but they're also very heavy, and this camera is already very heavy, so I like my lenses to be pretty small. You definitely could improve on the lens, but I don't have like tons of money to spend. This is basically the lens that it came with. It is the lens that it came with. But I definitely really like it. The reason why I did not like this camera and I had to get a different camera was because during video, this camera does not have autofocus, which means you have to manually focus on your face or anything you're wanting to focus on, and it was so hard to do that because you couldn't see yourself, because that's another point, is that it does not have a viewfinder that pops out. So you literally could not see yourself. If you was vlogging, you can't see yourself. And it wouldn't autofocus on your face like this camera is. If I do anything, it's just kind of focusing on my face. This camera will not do that. So it was so hard to record with, and it's also very heavy, and it was really hard. So then I got this camera. I saved up my money for a long time, and I got this camera, I believe, in June, and it is the Canon 80D. I absolutely love it. Like I said, it's got the same exact lens as that one, and it was the lens that came with it. I can see it right here. It says Canon zoom lens EFS 18 to 55 millimeters, but this is the STM lens. I know they have a UTM and STM, and the STM is the one that I think is better for video, but I really like this camera a lot. It is very expensive, but it has autofocus and it has a viewfinder. It's actually heavier than this camera, but I don't really mind it because it's such a good camera. It really is such a reliably good camera, but it is expensive. Yeah. And I also have this bad boy right here. Oh, it's my love. This is the Joby GorillaPod. This is like a famous tripod that a lot of people use for vlogging, and the legs just kind of bend however you want them to. I really like this. This was also very expensive to be such a small tripod. I think it was like $60. Crazy. Don't even ask me what my camera cost because it was a lot. Because this camera is so big, it's so good, but it's so big, and I really wanted a camera that I could just take with me to town, and it's not like so obvious that I have this huge camera that I could not put up anywhere. I had to carry it. And my parents bought me the Canon G7X, which I was so excited about. And this camera is so popular with vloggers because it's very portable, but it also is a very good camera. It's very comparable to this camera. It's not quite as good, but for the size, it's like kind of is because of that. But it does not have a mic input, but I don't use a mic with this camera either because I feel like the microphone that it is of the camera is really good. But this one is so good and has changed my life. I can put this right in my purse, my pocket, whatever, and take it with me wherever, and it's very discreet, and it has a pop-out screen, of course. So it's really good for vlogging and just makes life so easy, and it's very light. It's not a heavy camera. So I love this camera. And I also use a ring light. I cannot show you what it looks like right now, but I have a ring light, and I do want to get more lights and things like that, but I feel like when you're first starting out, you definitely want to really invest in a really good camera and also get some lighting, even if it's not like super expensive. I feel like you should put all your eggs in the camera in that basket versus anything else when you're first starting out. I feel like it's so important. Oh, and software. How do I edit my pictures? I use PicMonkey, and I do pay every month to use PicMonkey. You don't have to pay, but I just like to pay because it comes with a little more features. And also to edit my videos, I use iMovie. It comes with my computer. I definitely would like to get the more expensive editors and stuff like that, but I definitely don't have a lot of money to spend. I definitely put all my money that I could into that camera because I feel like that was the most important thing. Okay, so now I'm gonna go on Instagram and see what y'all asked me. Cassie Haddock _603 asked, who are your favorite YouTubers to watch? Love your channel. Thank you so much. And my favorite YouTubers are, I obviously love OK Baby. They were the first channel I ever watched, a vlogging channel, besides like makeup tutorials and things like that. I also really like KK and Baby J. I also love Haley and Baby and Mess Vanessa. They're two of my really good friends. I love them so much. Y'all should definitely go check them out. And who else do I like? There are other channels I really do like as well. But I also obviously watch a lot of the bigger YouTubers like Shane Dawson and all those bigger YouTubers. Obviously I watch those as well. Okay, and now let's see. Sarah Tom 25 asked, do you do YouTube as a form of income or hope to one day make a living off of it? So when I first started YouTube, I actually didn't even know you could make money off of YouTube, but it is true, you can make money off YouTube. For me, I do make money, but I don't make very much money. I really don't make much at all to even really pay any bills at all. But I would hope that one day I can make a little bit of money so that my husband doesn't have to work as much because he does work a lot. But I really don't do it for the money. I never did. I never wanted to start doing YouTube for the money. I put my money into YouTube. I do hope to make some money because we don't have a lot of money and I can't go to work because I have to watch my son. So it would be nice, but I don't do it for the money. But it is nice if it would ever happen, if I could ever make enough to pay anything. Adoring4 asked, did you ever think your channel would be where it is now? Praying you get your rainbow baby. Honestly, I just figured if I had a good camera, good lighting, and just was myself, which is another good tip, to be yourself. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Honestly, I figured I would do pretty good. Or my goal was never to be like a huge YouTuber, but I figured I could do pretty good. Okay, like I am doing now. I think I'm doing pretty good, and I figured I would do pretty good because why wouldn't I? Like, that sounds really bad, but I just compare myself to other YouTubers and I'm like pretty much live very similar lives, except for I don't have a ton of money. And I just figured if I was myself, had a good camera and recorded and was passionate about it, and I really enjoy editing videos and sharing videos, so I figured why wouldn't I? I hoped I would, and I'm glad that we are doing pretty good. We could do better, like I said, but we're doing pretty good and I'm very happy. Mess Vanessa asks, what made you decide to start a YouTube? I really wanted to record my pregnancy with my son, who is 2, and I did do a few videos, but I never really did it. I don't know why. We were about to move, me and my husband were about to move, and I figured when we got into that house I would start recording videos, but we didn't really get there for a very long time, and at that point I was just so focused on making money to buy what I needed for my son, who I was about to give birth to, that I didn't really think about it too much, and I just kept putting it off. That's how I used to be. I used to want to do something, but I would just like talk myself out of it and be like, oh, I'll just do that next year, I'll do that next week or something, and I never really got stuff done. And that's how I used to be. But I really wanted to do a YouTube channel for a very long time, and OK Baby definitely inspired me to create a channel because I always enjoyed watching their vlogs and their pregnancy updates and all that. So that's kind of, you know, it really did inspire me, and I felt like I could make videos worth watching for people who are in similar positions as me. And I just really have always enjoyed editing videos and creating videos. I've made some when I was really young, and just I've always really enjoyed it. And I like to touch people in my videos and just to help people. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'm about to do a shout out really fast because, as y'all know, I love doing shout outs. I think today's shout out I'm going to do for another YouTuber who is a great friend of mine. And they are, I've already talked about them in this video, but they are Haley and Baby. I absolutely love her channel. She is currently trying to conceive, and I really hope that she can get her positive very soon. Y'all should definitely go check her out. She does daily, she don't do daily vlogs, but she does do vlogs, and she does pregnancy test videos, trying to conceive videos. Y'all should definitely check her out, and we love y'all so much. If you would like a shout out, leave us a question down below using #MorganFamily, asking us a question, and I would love to answer it for you. And also, if you have any suggestions for videos you would like me to do in the future, let me know in the comments below, and I may just do that video, and I will give you credit too if I do your video. So, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in our next one. Bye.